Choose your fighter. Shizuka. Style. Karma.
And watch they don't go, not go, of course they go to the most laggiest stage. They're not trying to play. We're not trying to run game. We just want to lag people out. Well, I guess that's my experience. Or maybe they want to actually test how bad it. What the hell? R 124, 3 input lag, 7 input lag. Yeah, this person is definitely a lagger. So. Probably should just run away and not even really deal with this match. Just run away. What? Why even deal with this? I mean, I'm running, so you have that. I'm winning this. Have it. And we're going to teabag, so have fun with that. I guess right now, let's just do it too. Not good entertainment quality, but hey, it's. Oh, what was that? You didn't really. Ooh. Ooh, yeah, look at that. Yay. I know, right? You really not making this comeback. There you go. Well, you wanna be a piece of, well, yeah, no, fuck it. I'll call you a piece of crap. You go to the laggiest stage, you rely on lag spiking, go. Yeah, you're just matching. Oh my goodness! scrub. Fucking scrub. Get out of here. You don't know what you're doing. You're just relying on lad tactics. Actually learn to fucking play. Or stop relying on lad tactics, you piece of shit. Alright, I'm sorry for being vitriol. But no, fuck it, I'm gonna take that in. You piece of shit. You relying on lad tactics. This Botan motherfucker. I ain't got fucking probably might need to add those people to that Botan. Add them to the list of, hey, don't let me play this person again because they're a piece of work. I thought they said they fixed the issue where connecting would not have this type of problem, and yet I'm still unfortunately having it. Well, I can't say I expected the first patch to fix everything. Well, that's a disappointment. So, how's everybody doing, if anybody's even in this stream? I'm doing pretty well. My vacation's over. I go to work tonight, but they dropped this new... Well, they claim to have dropped a new patch that fixed it. You know, I'm not sure if the patch is actually live, or rather, they have a patch up and coming. I am under the impression that it's up and coming because I didn't see anything about Phantom Breaker being updated, so that might be the case. And I'm not finding people. One thing I noticed about the PC version is usually I need to back out all the way to the main menu, let it do its saving, and then try to go back. But you know what? Let's check out my record just so we're not bored out of our minds. Actually, I got my fan on. Let me turn my fan. Sorry. That was a lot of unpleasant clanking. But, yeah. So let's check the ranking. They said ranking is also finished. Oh, I went up because last time I was at 23, I think. So now I went up. Okay, I'm kind of happy. Oh, now I got your chat thing. So I haven't got a chance to play Komi, but I know that's a Japanese player. I seen them been posting on Twitter recently. Lair played with them a few times. Patch never played with them. Akuma, I know who Akuma is. Aqua Dynasty, I run games with them a lot. I've been teaching them the game. La, Karani, Guilty, Kitsuki. Very good, man. Wasn't T-Spooky here? I guess Spooky's no longer here. I thought they were here. Okay, I'm 14. Not the worst thing. Ah, there's Teen Spooky. They got more wins than me, so how am I 13? But yeah, I got 63 wins. How am I higher? Well, somehow I'm 14, and I don't hate it. Let me do one more search, give it at least 2 to 3 minutes. But I can't talk about some things until we get a match. So, yeah, so I know that I've been going around a few people's stream who've been streaming Phantom Breaker, and unfortunately, there's still the issue of miscommunication. People saying this does this, that does that, not actually being accurate. Granted, I'm actually made some inaccuracy even in the Phantom Breaker Discord. Like, I thought Ren's DP was almost slightly hard to punish, but in recent findings, actually, it is very easy and consistent to punish Ren's DP per se. I might need to go back and see if that was the case for Extra, where it was a lot harder to punish. But yeah, Ren's DP is much more punishable. I also said something in regards to, yeah, I did say that I thought Artifactor's back special had grab its ability, because there were several times I was using it to see like what was its reversal property, reversal windows, and then I saw a grab whip animation and I tested it for, maybe just my euphoria, not euphoria. Maybe my I just got excited when I saw like, oh, is this grab invulnerable? And I did it twice. I'm like, oh shit, I think this move is grab invulnerable. But upon much more thorough investigation or study, that turned to not be the case. So yeah, that happened. And then on the Steam discussion board, someone put up a tier list, and that tier list was something else. In fact, well, no, because my keyboard's not working, I can't bring it up here. But yeah, so I have a tier list, and that tier list was, yeah, again, I want to say it was something else. I wonder, oh shoot, maybe I can bring this up. How about this? Can I? Is there a match yet? No, there's not a match. Cool. Let's see if I can bring up the game page. Can I bring up the game page? So no, just bring up Phantom Breaker. There we go, Phantom Breaker. That's where I want to go. So let's go to the discussion board. So I don't think I got paired up yet. Nope, haven't got paired up yet. So if you can see on my screen, Phantom Breaker Omnia tier list. So here's the person's tier list. I might need to do, you know, job of hiding it so the person doesn't get bombarded or anything. But yeah, look at this. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6 different tier ranking. And my tier list, I think I only have S, A, A-, B, and then C. Which now with the current the only reason we had a C rank is because Shizuka was basically glitched. She was almost an incomplete character. Now she's a complete character, so there's no longer C, and we're in a match. So let's get this for. Oh, it's them again. It's them again. So let me see if I can. If I pick Fritz, then maybe they won't get to choose the stage. Alright, they can't pick a stage. Cool. And now they're running Sophia, who is actually highly punishable, so I'll be surprised if they got anything with this character. This is a technical character as fuck. You can't really cheese with her. At least, like, if you're going to cheese with someone, cheese with Finn. Like, that's what you should cheese with. Oh, they're trying to build a tension gauge. That's what they're trying to do. That's what they're trying to do. That's what they're doing. That's one fire. Yeah. Let me just take a quick combo just to. Yeah, what are you doing? Like. And hey. Yeah, you just running away and trying to build tension. Like, I see what you're doing.
You're not my target.
And if it wasn't for lag, I would be punishing much more harder. Sadly, this is laggy as fuck. Yeah, don't. Yeah, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Holy crap! I couldn't jump cancel! Holy shit! Yeah, they're just trying to build the attention gauge. Oh boy. Fucking scrub, learn something. You're just relying on cheap tactics. Not even cheap tactics, no, fucking inefficient tactics. I'm using a you piece of shit. No, I'm gonna keep. All right, stop calling me piece of shit. God, like I see what you're doing. Quit relying on these. Learn the game proper. There's resources out there. Fuck off, learn. All right, getting back to. All right, let me actually do standby training, so it will kick me in standby. So going back to that tier list, so they got again 3 different groups, and my tier list, which is based off Phantom Breaker Extra, which yes, there have been some system even character changes. It's not like you can't take what you learn from Extra and apply it to Phantom Breaker Omnia. I mean, that's why I'm now quote unquote the 13th ranked player, because I just know Phantom Breaker that much more than many other people and whatnot. That more than many other people. So, and I didn't even have 6, and I only had like 4 different groups, and now one of those groups is no longer there because C rank was Shizuka because she was an incomplete character. She had glitches that made her basically half unplayable because you couldn't use her Raining Blossom DP because it'll cause her to freeze. So that was just a big liability. Now that's no longer the case. She's a real character. And with the styles now being more streamlined to kind of all have certain same perks and benefits, basically, they're at worst. If there is going to be a worse ranking, B+. Like, that'll probably be the worst ranking I'll do. A B+. I'll say this actually a A+, A, and an A-. And that's me just, if we really need to start being that differential. But besides now how many different levels this person has, let's look who's at top. Yuzuha and Kokowa. Then let's look at A grade. We got Mikoto, Sophia, Ende, Finn, and Remy. So personally, I already made a comment saying like, yo, your list seems like it got a pretty big bias towards a few certain things. For starters, Gato E. Let's look at E. Let me actually start from going on E. Gaito. Gaito's top 3. He is top 3. And the fact that now Guard Council and Gato is top 3. And the one reason why he was only overshadowed by, let's say, Rhea, because my top 3 is, so first is my top 1 is Kirisu, then it's Rhea, and then it's Gaito. And Rhea and Gaito, like if I had to, I only put Rhea on top of Gaito just because she handles fighting Kirisu better than Gaito did. But with the current recent now at Omnia, for starters, Kirisu's nerfed because her beam doesn't go full screen anymore. Now, granted, her beam projector wasn't the end all to be all, but it was still an impressive tool in its own certain right when she used in combination with other stuff. But now that her beam doesn't go full screen, because for starters, stages are much bigger, so now zoning is actually a little bit stronger. Kirisu is slightly weaker. Next thing that also changes, that's probably going to cause change to the tier list. Rhea is second. One of the reasons why Rhea is second, because she had a Kara Council throw technique that allowed her to punish quick style, so you could barely use quick style against her without taking a huge risk against her Kara throw. But technically it's still there. You can still Kara throw, but it's much harder. It's not as guaranteed. So you actually got to be pretty good on your timing, and you need to be actually very up close. While in Phantom Breaker Extra, you didn't need to be that close. Like you didn't need collision hitbox together. You just need to be at least within throw range and whatnot. Now that that's no longer technically the case with Omnia, now Rhea is nerfed. But here's another way how Rhea's nerfed. She was also good at guard counts. Sorry, she was good at guard crushing people. Now that's no longer the case because guard gauge are much more resilient. I mean, she can still do it better than many other characters, but the fact that now it's much more weaker, she now has to work harder to open people up because her missile is not really that good. Like, sorry, no, that's not good. It's not as formidable as, let's say, Sophia's missile. Sophia's missile, formidable. User missile, formidable. Very, very strong. Rhea, she has it. She could do something with it. Is it that scary? I mean, is it as strong? Sorry. I'm scared to block a Yuzuha, a Sophia, more than I'm scared to block a Rhea. Well, now in Omnia because guard crush. So there's that, and can I really talk and play at the same time? Probably not that really. Yeah, I deserve that. Yeah. Okay, I'll admit. I could have still combo from that. That was not good. I gotta remember to do my throws backwards because she throws people backwards. Yeah. I'll try to activate that because that was definitely gonna hurt her. There we go. Well, I didn't get counted here. They're really bugging out on that. Ooh! There! No, I didn't want to do that. That was unintentional. I was trying to mash, and I get. Fair. Good stuff, good stuff. Alright. Oh, come on! Grab! God damn it! I don't like this proximity grab design! You know, should just do OTG. You know what? No, take that back. That's my fault. Should just did OTG. That would have ended it. That would have ended it. Because she would have still been vulnerable to attack. I'll take it. No, no. Oh boy. That was not good. That. Nice! Couldn't jump cancel that! I had a much better combo. No one ready for that tech. Keep it simple, keep it simple. They didn't activate, so I'm surprised because they on win match point, so it's like, fuck it, take it. Take that. Do what you gotta get and take that match point. Ah, no, didn't want to do that. See? That's what I get for mashing. That's what I get for mashing. There we go. Was that, am I too slow? Am I too slow? Ah! Good stuff. How much is this gonna hurt? Yeah! Yeah! That's the problem with Raka. That's why I keep telling people, you know, OTG! Come on, Kyon! OTG, OTG! I have no excuse there. You know, I want to lose this now just because. Yeah. Why did you full charge? Full charge! You could have got a counter hit punish and everything! Come on! Oh, yeah, they're gonna activate. Should I let them activate? Fuck it. God, that was. Yeah, I should lose it. Yeah. Or why didn't you activate? You could. Oh.
Don't worry, you'll win.
Winning.
I'm not. One thing I can say I am not exactly a fan of because it feels much more.
World is in your hands.
It seems like when you activate Hardstyle Overdrive, I think your character it gets slower as well, and on top of net play, it just becomes really terrible to deal with. But going back to that tier list now, like I was saying, so Rhea, besides the fact that she had great combo ability, not only that she had throw card cancel, which now the throw she still got great combo, probably still one of the better combo characters in the game, but her card throw is slightly difficult. But then not only that, now guard gauge is much more resilient. Like you saw how it took quite a while for either me or that opponent to get guard crush. I think I got guard crush more, which I was being silly with my defensive options. So Rhea is no longer like she's now debatably still in top 5, top 3, maybe not. I could definitely start saying now Sophia, like basically right now. If I'm looking at the person tier list, the only character I feel who might fit what there may be, Sophia might be in the A. Actually, potentially maybe S tier because she definitely got a good quality of life. Her air game is much better. She's much strong. I mean, she can still do good mix-ups regardless of even what style she's in. So she benefits quite well. But then now a lot of characters can actually see Omnia style as an optimal style. Like I had Ende in the B rank, but now Ende may be, if we use it now, we can take consideration, you know, how good Omnia style is compared to old Estra. Ende's best style might be Omnia because one thing as you probably noticed, meters management is now much more important now than ever because meters carry over. So you really want to optimize your meter usage, or rather be efficient with your meter usage. And some of the characters who are strong, let's say like, alright, let's go ahead and use Kirisu. Kirisu really didn't need meter that much to run a very good gameplay. Meter just made her gameplay even better. But now that there are characters who can hold on to their meter and make something, like for starters, Shizuka, she can whip punish Kyushu if she try to use a beam full distance. Is this Bolton again? Dear Lord, it is. We're here. So we not know we can back out. They haven't put that quality of life feature in here where we can back out, unless they're gonna, or are they gonna disconnect? Cause they ain't about that life. If you ain't about that life, fine. I can respect that. You just wanna get your wins and yada yada. Damn, that was weird as hell. What I just heard. Do I still want to stick with hard style? Well, I got no character requests from anybody, so yeah, I guess we're gonna still run this. And it went back to Remy. Alright, since we know they want to try to constantly backdash, let's see if I can place my whatchamacallit better. My counter hits. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, they just keep spamming. Really? She's still invulnerable? Holy crap! That wasn't backdash. I forgot about that follow-up. Of course. I need to just... Alright, cool. Alright, if that's what they're gonna do, I need to just do better Okizeme. This is me not doing good Okizeme. And I'm just mashing. Oh, dear Lord, this connection. Oh my. Look at them. Alright, cool. I'll try to kill him before tension mode happens. Yeah. Really? What? Come on, back! I was trying to do this game constantly input backdash more than I want. God, this game how to just register backdash when I don't want it. Like, I'm trying to do 4 SP and I'm getting backdash.
A sailor deserves a salute. Good fight, Captain.
So yeah, going back to that tier list. Yeah. So this tier list, all the way to find perspective. Mikoto A, actually not. Mikoto, I did also have her in the A plus rank, so that's fine. Finn, I have a hard time putting Finn very high based off one factor. One, like I said, you could cheese with Finn if you don't know, a person don't know the matchup whatsoever, don't have their punishes on point, and don't have optimal combo. Yeah, Finn can give you easy wins, no doubt. Same thing like King of Fight 15, King. People don't know how to deal with King, zoning, and bit buttons, then yeah, no doubt, King looks hella fucking strong. But once you actually learn the game mechanics and know what the character's about, or better, just learn the game mechanics, and you'll learn one thing. One, Finn is very linear. Her pressure is very linear. If she doesn't have any Matu bombs or missiles covering her approach, she is linear. Second, Finn, now it may be, now we're Artifactor here, maybe Finn doesn't have the worst health, but actually, no, I think Finn may still have the worst health because I think Artifactor at least have 2 shields maybe on her stats. We have to say that. But Finn, one, she's a floatiest character, so she's the easiest to juggle. Second, very low damage output. Thirdly, her zoning requires a lot of startup to get set up. So if she doesn't get her hard knockdown, she's struggling. Does she have good buttons? Yeah, her C-bombs are pretty good. Her medium normals are okay-ish. Her light button, not even really terrible, but they are also all stubby. If it not outside of her C normal, they're all stubby. Now we do have Ren, who also again has stubby normals too, but Ren is one of the few characters who can keep his turn on the offense. He can, once he gets in, it's gonna be hard for you to get him off him, and then his missile is actually better. Like Finn don't have missiles, she just got pressure and Oki. That's what she got. Her mix-ups, not really that threatening. Mostly because her lows are not that scary. Both her 2 L's and 2 M's are slow lows. And then she does have a projectile in 2C or 2H, wherever we're going to start saying the proper terminology. But even with her 2H, it's there. It doesn't really hurt that much when you get hit by it, unless, well, actually, no, new take that. Finn does have OTG pickup, so that's pretty decent. But actually, there you go. Finn has no reversal options. There you go. Finn has no reversal options. And in fact, speaking of reversal, let's look at this person's, again, their tier list. We got Yuzuha and Coco and S. Coco has no fucking defensive options. Barely any defensive option. At best, she has her ES2SP for defensive option. And that invisibility is like just at startup, not doing this active frame, and even though the attack is fast, it's not that fast. So you can melee against her quite well, meaning she has to rely more on guard cancel. And the fact that she has to rely on guard cancel to fight way out, that means she's going to get guard crush herself pretty often. Yuzuha, Carnage Palm, it's a good check move. I won't really call it a good reversal, because you could grab her before the startup of the attack, I think. You know, I gotta take that back. I need to see if we can, you know, let's fucking test that right now. Let's go ahead and test that.
Choose your fighter. Choose your style. Hard.
Since I'm talking all about this tier list talk, let me go ahead and actually showcase something. Where are you, Yuzuha? Alright. So, oh dear, how did I do that? Yeah, they didn't. I was hoping one of the quality left to do is when you reset or restart the recording, but no. Oh dear. So. So now, here we go. Yeah, she has invisibility, but if she grab invulnerable. All right, let's.
You're wide open. You're what the?
That's not fair. Cause I did whatchamacallit. Okay, so she is grab invulnerable. All right, we can definitely say that she is. Is she low invulnerable though? Let's check that out. Oops. Yeah, she's not grab invulnerable. It's only just mid. So she doesn't have full visibility. Like let's say my character Shizuka, where she got a full invincible attack, full invisibility until even the first after frame. All right, let's look at my girl now. I'm gonna just do two. She's gonna make that simple.
Choose your fighter.
Now, technically, I'm still thinking about Estra and like how the characters operate. I gotta adjust myself to how Omnia has changed characters.
Style. Good choice.
So, you know what? Let's make this simple. There we go, right here. Darn it. That's my train of thought. Training option. Here we go. I did see. Now, I'm not sure that's considered because that's clashing, so let's see. New update. So apparently they said they did an update that fixes online matchmaking. I am hard pressed to say that it looks like it did much good improvement, but that is what they said. That's what they put up. Maybe the patch hasn't dropped because my game didn't ask for an update. Maybe I need to opt in for a beta for it, like they did with Persona 4 Arena. Not fully sure on that front. So yeah, but hello, welcome Civil 4. Glad to see you're here. Right now, I was just basically talking about a tier list. Let me go ahead and show you if the screen. Also, can you hear me well? Because I didn't check proper to stream it. I haven't checked my stream proper, so let me know if you can hear me in the game audio well. But hopefully, if you can see this a little more clearly. Do I have the option to zoom in? I don't really know. But alright, so someone already tried to put up a tier list for Phantom Breaker, and I'm already, if anything, very skeptical of this list. Mostly due to the fact that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different layers for a tier list. For one, this is a game that is, without a doubt, a system mastery game. But actually, can you hear me? Like, I don't know if let me just put my stream audio on. Maybe it'll tell me. Yeah. I mean, for the most part, you're not wrong. Yeah. Some people, right now, the fan breaker Discord, they think I'm the guru. I know the game. Like right now, I'm currently ranked 13 in the game. And I'm going to say the reason I'm probably even ranked 13, even so far I am, just because I know the game's mechanics better than anybody else. So I have an advantage over many people because of that by itself. Because I just know the game system that much well. I mean, I even know some of the characters and what they can do too, because I played the old game. And characters are at least 75% of what they are in Extra, with maybe a few differences here or there. But yeah, this is a system mastery game. So I even asked the person, I should say, what type of discussion are you trying to have with this tier list? Like, the game is technically the game is way too new to everybody else. I know the game pretty well. I even have a tier list, and my tier list I only have 4 levels. I had a S, A plus, A minus, and then actually no, excuse me, I tell you that. I had a S, A minus, B, and a C. So that was like 4 levels. And the only reason there was even a C character, and that was Shizuka, because she had a glitch that basically whenever she did her DP, she would tell us how to get freeze. And let's just say I did a DP in a match in the old game, I'm frozen, the opponent has a life lead, they could just wait it out. They could just wait out like, well, I got the life lead, you can't take back control, so you're done. It's a checkmate. That is pretty much a checkmate. So she couldn't use her DP, which is one of her defining features, because it's one of the few moves that was full invisibility and whatnot. Full visibility. So that's the only reason why there was a C rank. Now there's no longer a C ranking because Shizuka doesn't have that glitch. She's no longer a handicap character. She's not a full-fledged character. And then the only reason I ever have an A minus rank was because if you see, I put up a tweet. But basically, there was a tweet of where basically the only reason there was an A minus is because 2 particular characters were gate kept from being in the A rank. That was Tokia and Infinity. They got gate kept by Kokoa because Kokoa had a loop that pretty much did 50% on Tokia, and on Infinity, who has low health, she also was able to abuse his big hurt boss to get combos off of 4 SP. The grab move where she grabs him and makes him explode. She was able to combo off of that. She can't do that now in this game because how far back they push it back. So, like, that was one of the just worst matchups in the game. So that's why there was an A minus. Now that basically that's no longer the case, there's no longer an A minus. So basically all I had was a S, A, and a B for the character tier ranking for the most part. So one, that's why I always feel the person's tier list is very skeptical. And the reason why there's a S, A, and a B rank is because at the end of the day, Phantom Breaker is highly a system mastery game. In other words, you learn the game's mechanics and then you use it to your advantage. That's why you got 3 different styles, because the 3 different styles will change up your system mechanics, and all of them do have their perks and weaknesses. Like quick style. Well, before I go any further, since I do still got well, actually, let me just bring that up. So let's go ahead and go to character select for a second. If you want, I'm still matchmaking, so hopefully they get me with a match. But let's look at these. So let's look at this. So we have quick style, a style specialized in combos and consecutive hits. Now, quick style actually does have higher damage than hard style at the base value. By base value, as in there's no, like, if you don't consider tension, then quick style does have a higher damage output than whatchamacallit. Like, let's go ahead and do this because this is always much more easier to do it. So let's look at quick style, and I'm going to use Artifactor. If you got a character you want me to showcase, let me know, and I'll showcase a character. Like I said, character requests open, so if you want to see a character. But for now, let's just get someone with a balanced stat. Now, a lot of people want to think that quick style is the best right now because they're like, well, you get double jump, you have better frame data. You have chains. They think clock up is the best thing in the world, which is not. But yeah, so all right, look at this. I'm not sure if you can see the screen very well with the down output. All right, so let's look at this real quickly. So that did 1559, if I'm correct. Let's look at that again. Well, I did the other hit. Let's do that one more time. Oh boy. 1556. So that combo did that kind of damage when there's no tension or tension and whatnot. I'm gonna put this in the chat. 1556 for quick. Hold up. Again, if you have questions or want to see a character, let me know and I'll start where I'm going from here. But all right, let's put this on the screen right here. Quick. So quick, 1556. All right, we got that. Now, let's go ahead and get some. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Just put tension mode now. Now let's put tension mode up. Oh boy, I'm not paying attention. Oh dear. So we have 2471. Let's do that one more time just to confirm. All right, so we got quick with tension. Damn, I forgot the number already. 2471. All right. Quick with tension. 2471. All right, so quick with tension. 2471. Now let's actually do one more thing, just to show something off. Well, no, we're not gonna do. We won't need to do quick overclock just yet. So now let's go to hard style. And we were on a Mikoto dummy, if I'm correct. I wish you could swap style and characters in training mode. That would be really great. But no, we don't have that. We couldn't even do that in the old game. Thankfully, this game doesn't take long to load. At least it hasn't been that long to load. It's a quality of life change that would be nice to have, but I also can live with not having it either. So, for starters, let's do non-tension. Oh dear. One more time. So, 1090. So if I'm correct, that was 1090. Let's do one more time just because I forget. So 1090. Now let's do it with tension. I was testing this out yesterday, and if I was correct, I believe tension does even more than what quick did. But we'll confirm right now. So, let's look at it again. 2757. So 2757. So hard style with tension, as you can see, it does do more damage output even with the quick style. Now, there's even another way for hard style to even get even more damage off of that, and that's with overdrive. For starters, training mode, off tension mode. Now in overdrive, oh dear. We got 1903 for that combo sequence with overdrive. And believe me, that's not even an optimized combo because you want to do OTGs with your overdrive, preferably. Well, let's get that number one more time. So we got 1903. So with overdrive, 1903. Now let's go to quick style.
Choose your fighter. Style.
And this is also Mikoto, who does actually have pretty good defense as well. So other characters with less defense, you start to do damage rack up even higher. So now let's look at what quick style happening. 1714. And in fact, how about look at this? Look at the damage that let's look at actually something more specifically. Look at this string. I get 6991. Again, 6991. Overdrive. As you can see that. 1612. So basically, when you activate overdrive and quick style, you actually are doing less damage than what you usually do. You are doing less damage than what you do in overdrive. Now, of course, there's a caveat that the fact that, well, when you're overdrive, you're supposed to just link things, a lot of times. But Phantom Breaker does got a damage scaling thing in this game where, yeah, damage scaling will kick in after you do add a lot of hits to something. See? See, that was just, look at that. For less effort, I did way more than what a quick overstyle did. Yeah, so essentially with quick style overdrive, you have to work much harder for your damage. But then again, this is why I say, you know, while quick style gives you somewhat more combo potential, I do think quick style overdrive is more driven to do lockdown pressure. For a case and example, all right.
Choose your fighter.
I'm going to use Affinity because Affinity is the best example of this. Well, actually, do you have any questions or any character you want to see before I keep going on my tangent? $11:17. So I have at least roughly another hour and a half of streaming before I need to go pick up my sibling and probably even start getting myself ready for work. All right, then with that, let's see. So I'm trying to figure out who has a good guard council option, or not really good, but how about this? What you do, Kirisu? So one, I was having so I was actually on one of those top levels players stream, Mahoko, known for using low tier. I believe they also known for using a kid like Dragon Ball, not kid, but like some weird Dragon Ball arcade stick and whatnot. So they're pretty prolific and well known in the indie, well, I don't say indie, let's just say in the fighting game circle. They at least have a pretty well known name. Apparently as one of the other low tier hero characters. So on his stream, or she, I am not fully sure. Let's say they, just to be on the safe side. On their stream, they were saying how hardstyle pretty much feel weak and quickstyle is superior because one, quickstyle can always guard cancel everything. And I was telling them, no, that's not true. You can't always guard cancel. And case in point. So that wasn't good. That wasn't really good. Let's do that one more time. Actually, hold on. No. Who? I think there's a character who's really good at hold up. Who has a good air move that's good at catching people in the air? I'm leaning towards Itsuki. You know what? No. Shizuka. Fine, that works.
Style. Shizuka. Style. Good choice.
So I think that sort of work. That did not work out. Actually, no, better yet. You know what? I'm being silly. Who else is streaming this game? I have no idea. Oh, maybe I could bring them up real quick because I was looking at their stream. I was looking at their Twitter page not too long ago. There we go. This is. Oh, please. So, this person was streaming. Phantom Breaker like maybe a day or so ago. And they were just saying how, there's a lot of issues that need to be addressed with the game, which maybe there are some things that still need to be addressed that I'm not aware of. But I know one thing that a lot of people are saying they don't like is they don't like how a lot of things high and low profile. But that's actually, I think that's really is by design because it was present in the old game, it was present in Extra, and I think that is the point. Like the stuff that can be easily high profile or rather dunk under That's because they're not really meant to be used if the opponent is crouching. They're meant to be used if they're air guarding, so you can keep your pressure. Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Calm down. I mean, I love the game, and I know you said you haven't been the biggest fan of how certain many other fighting games have been as of late. So I'm glad that Phantom Breaker is at least being I'd say an appealing spot for you in that aspect. I'm also trying to get S Factor Sam, a person who also kind of sort of streams fighting game here or there. I'm trying to get them to look at Phantom Breaker because they say they want fighting game that gives them good defensive option. They're tired of all the fighting game that's heavily geared towards offense. But before I go any further, let me get to the point that I wanted to share about the guard council. Wait, I'm an idiot. I'm supposed to be Shizuka, and he's Affinity. So yeah, S Factor Sam definitely. I'm trying to get S Factor Sam and maybe a few other people to look at it. I know Jabelli asking what are people's reception towards the game, and I say, you know, I'm a biased party. I love Phantom Breaker, but it is a game that's hard to recommend. You have to be a fighting game enthusiast, and you have to be okay with quote unquote Discord fighter for me to recommend Phantom Breaker. Granted, it has. Well, I played a bit of the story mode yesterday, and it was fine. It was decent. We still got some single player content in regards to unlockables. You got your, obviously, training mode, time and tap mode, arcade mode, survival, endless. So there are at least some single player content to do. And again, some people just like the dubbing, so the game does that well. And the story mode is 80% voice acting. And what I mean by 80%, there are certain scenes that are just not voice because it's more like a narration. Yeah, but the story mode is definitely not near Blaze Blue's Link of story mode. Like, you can finish a good portion of a character's story mode within the first maybe 15 minutes. 20 minutes if you're, you know, letting all the scenes play out. So yeah, but getting back to the point I wanted to say, so like Infinity, he's a glass cannon zoner that really wants to lock people down. Well, that wasn't a good stream. In fact, let's get me mid-screen because this is going to be difficult at the corner. Now, this is an option that I do like. Yes, this is PC, but I have it for PC, PS4, and Switch. Right now, the PS4 version is the roughest one. The online did not feel well when I was playing someone who was local to me, and you can't do ranked matches right now online. Like, ranked matches just not working. They are addressing it, but right now, the best experience has been PC by a majority of people, including me. It has been the best experience. Granted, when I am going to start doing, let's say, exhibition and tournaments, I'm using my Parsec. I don't really plan to use the online unless I have to use it for, let's say, if we get sponsored by Rocket Panda Games. The PS4 is jank when it comes to online. The ranked matches is actually broken. You cannot get a ranked match. Or you could barely get a ranked match. Like, it's very, very hard to get a ranked match. And besides that, the online did not felt good to me personally. But then again, that was just that one person. I played somebody on a Switch version, and that was a bit more bearable. I'm going to say bearable. I'm not going to say it was good, but it was bearable. No, there was lobbies in Extra and Phantom Breaker Vanilla, but by the developers' comment, they said, we chose to remove lobbies. This is their quote. We removed lobby and spectating because, one, we're in the advent of online streaming, so people are just going to stream the game. Second, we removed it because it improved the online game experience. And to be fair, as someone who does own the original Phantom Breaker Extra, they're not necessarily wrong. Because one of the problems of Phantom Breaker Extra's lobby was, let's say I have an open lobby that have 4 slots. Someone came in and then we played the game. Here's the problem. Once me and that person choose to play an end-game match and go to the character select screen, you can no longer find the lobby. Or even if you find the lobby, you couldn't enter the lobby until after me and that person match had finished. So it was that janky, that poor on the PS3. So basically, yeah, it is difficult to determine. That is the unfortunate reality of the situation. It is going to be difficult, which we have voiced that to Rocket Panda Games, so they are looking for it. Sorry, looking to address it. They even did admittedly say that when they did choose to push back Phantom Breaker back around November of last year, they said we want to push the game back, but even with the new delay, we're not confident we're going to get rid of all of the glitches just yet. They did say that. And you know what? That is actually what's disappointing to me about many of the different Phantom Breaker reviews and videos I've seen. Like, a lot of people are already trashing the game for one reason or another, but they're not trashing it for the good reason for trashing it. That's what we're hoping, and I want to think that it's possible because, again, one of the reasons why we didn't even get rollback technically in this game because this is based off Phantom Breaker Extra code, and Phantom Breaker Extra had lobbies. And honestly, if they were to ask me right now, if they were going to ask me, like, let's say I was in the development team, and they say, hey, we could probably improve the online a bit more, but we need to remove spectator and lobby, I would say, then it's not worth it. If I had the opportunity, if I was in that boardroom, I would say, then it's not worth it. No, because that's what we need. If anything, I would have said, yo, put more resources into one. If we only got 1 or 2 people in the lobby, at least give a rematch function. The fact we don't have rematch is what is personally what's really killing me. I would even hate the, not having a lobby, not having spectating. If we at least had rematch. We don't have rematch. That is what's fucking killing me personally. And then, like I said, when people do reviews, they're saying, oh, the game feels janky, bad, and terrible. I don't really agree with that, but to each their own. But what I really hate is they say, oh, the game has no rollback, so the online is terrible. Yes, you can say that, but if you're just going to say the online is terrible, why don't you say, oh, we don't have lobbies in here. That's terrible. We don't got spectating. That's terrible. No, they're just like, oh, it's input delay, so it's automatically terrible. And I'm like, if you're going to bash the game, at least do a good job of bashing the game. But I rambled on that long enough. I apologize. Let's get to what I did want to do and showcase how quick style is not the end all to be all style that people think it is. So, was that? No, that wasn't really good. I don't like how I did that. Yeah. All right. Let's keep it simple. No. We can do that better. Oh boy, I suck at it. Trying to do that. I gotta just delay that. Oh, sorry. Luna, I am not sure who that is. Oh, that's from the Discord. Okay, why can't I see the screen properly? There we go.
Choose your fighter. Physical. Style. Hard. Good choice.
I think this is Luna from the Phantom Breaker Community Discord. I think. I could be wrong, but we'll find out. I didn't see what the... Actually, they said they're also going to have ping. That's another thing you could... Oh, no, we do have ping. Okay, so they really did do actual update. They did some type of... update because I see, yeah, it says input 9 and ping, and dear Lord, I forgot she is in, I think, Indonesia. Good stuff, Luna. Of course.
Excellent.
Yeah, she... Trying to... That should be it. She closed that out. Good job. Oh no, I survived. Fuck it, I'll take it. Yeah, I kind of saw that.
I must hurry.
The fire in your heart is burning. Round 2. Fight.
Good stuff. She caught me slipping. Yeah, I deserve that. Ah, boy. I mean, hardstyle has that much defense value. Not only that, she's doing a lot of long combos, so damage scaling is gonna kick in hard for that. But then again, she's not also optimizing her combos, and that's another fucking thing about Phantom Breaker Online. Once you're paired up with somebody, you don't have the option to back out. Now I wasn't going to back out of that match because that's Shining Luna. I believe that's from the Phantom Breaker community Discord. I never got a chance to play her, and even then, so yeah, that happened. I mean, yeah, that is what, you know, the player match is for. It's 1v room. Problem is, you know, if you're going to do that, you might as well at least add, whatchamacallit, at least add, whatchamacallit, at least add a rematch function. Because there's no point of us pulling back in the room. It's as bad as when original Tekken 7 came out, where every time you played a match, you were put right back into the room. You didn't need to ready up again and then start playing. And it's like, why do we even need to go back to the, you know, the player match room to begin with, since it's only just us two people? Now, my only suspicion for why that is the case Now, my reason I feel that might be the case is because they're trying to update information live. Like right now, I'm in rank, so as soon as you get, okay, who won the match? Okay, cool. We want to update that live. So I think that might be the only reason why. But if we're in player matches, then I don't see a reason for us to, you know, have to keep waiting, keep going back to the menu. I don't really like that. I wonder if I'm even using the right character for this. What? Oh, come on. Oh dear. I mean, that's one way of... But as you can see, people can... Wow. Is this Shining Luna again? I may not play hardstyle just because how that match is. But old habits die hard. Old habits do die hard. Is she really? Well, maybe she likes Shizuka.
It's all or
The fire
nothing.
in your heart is burning. Round 1. Fight.
I cannot do any parries in this. Of course.
Cool.
I am trying to parry, and it's just not fucking possible in this.
Fighting is my profession.
Winner. Shizuka.
221.
The fire in your heart is burning. Round 2. Fight.
What the?
Yeah, you can't. What the hell? You cannot play like this. I didn't want to do that. What the hell? Ah!
I will defeat
Winner.
you.
Shizuka.
That connection just made it.
I need no one's help, not even my own.
And that's the reason why you see so many match fields, even in the old game, of majority of people using quick style, because quick style has a much wider window for their dodge. Hard style is much more like hard style is such a precision based style that is way too hard to kind of just use fucking online in this network. Like, basically, I can't get any of my combos properly going. I can't do my Okis nearly as well because of how slow it is. And because also your frame data is slower in the hard style, it's harder to even buffer in to do other stuff. Like, you saw how I got like my low light, and then I tried to go into my 2C, but because my button was much more longer, had much more longer recovery, I missed a cancel point. Alright, so not going to go back to matchmaking for now. I'm just going to go ahead and try to show the thing I was talking about before.
Choose your fight.
In fact, I'm not going to use Infinity because too much of his attacks got gaps in between it. So, I don't want to use Shizuka because how her...
Shizuka. Style. Sophia. Style. Good choice.
I mean, it's generic, but that's the whole point. It's supposed to be a universal thing for... It's supposed to be a universal thing for the style, because quick and hard have different style Phantom Breaker supers, and some are good for one situation and not the other, and vice versa. Like hard style Phantom Breakers are usually utility supers, usually for like certain utility and whatnot, while quick style tends to be either a combo or a big projectile super, one or the other, rarely something else. While hardstyle tends to be something like makes up for what a character lacks. Like for Shizuku, she has no projectiles. When she uses hardstyle, she actually gets a projectile super of sort. I mean, it's a stationary projectile, but it is good for that purpose though. For what purpose it does. Did I just finish frame loss? Anyways. Alright. I got a delay, so it's easier to do. Dear Lord. You know, I'll say this. Inputs in Phantom Breaker Omnia does seem a bit more strict. I think they actually added a lot more lesser council points than it was in Extra, or maybe because Extra was a slower game that was easier to buffer through. But now Omnia, it's been difficult to make things work as it, not work, but rather get used to. So you know what? I have to agree. I have to admit, yeah, people are right. There is some. I don't really want to use that. Well, I was mashing that. Why didn't it do the chain the first time? I think I forgot to add in different points. Yeah, so that is something that, you know, Shizuka can do when you know. Oh, God. I'm pressing it. Why am I not getting this command? Fine, let her ride her. So yeah, that's something that you could do for that. Well, this is definitely not the best character to use it against, since she's actually good at catching those things. Fine, not backdash. Yeah, as you can see. So Mahoko was saying, oh, well, you can guard cancel pressure, so you can't. So you know, you can never keep a true pressure. And I had to educate and say, like, well, no, that's not the case. You gotta do low string pressure. If you're doing a bunch of mids, then yes, your opponent can start guard canceling with quick style. But then again, as you can see, you can still keep someone locked down. Sophia is definitely one of the prime characters that is one of her strengths. She's good at basically keeping her pressure. Well, sorry, not keeping pressure. Let me take that back. She's good at contesting and gets a lot of guard casting options. So if you just regular block her, then you know you're kind of sort of okay. Though she does have a lot of strong mix up in her chains. But I am digressing. Let me get to the point I do want to get to. And dear Lord, I both love and hate this replay system. One part because how finicky it is. Second part, well, it's finicky, but then I also love it because in Phantom Breaker Extra, we didn't have it. We just didn't have it. So you're interested in Coco and Win, so I'll bring them up very shortly. I still at least have some time. But fine, let's use that. Just do something different. See, you're supposed to be on the card council, but it seemed like they made it much more difficult. Like, you have to do it immediately. Maybe that's because now the game is faster. I have to do it that way, but it definitely throws me off. No, wait. Oh, God. All right. What? No, that's what to be. Oh boy. Why are you still doing it? Stop it. that was fuck it. It gets my point across. It'll do. Oh boy. You see how I'm trying to forward dash and I can't break out of it? Trying to back dash? Can't back dash it. Trying to high jump. Cannot high jump it. As you can see, yeah. Now you can still do this, but then you get caught if they got a good stream. Like you can still do, yeah. There goes that. See now, as you can see, so you can still guard cancel to your fight SP and your specials or super ES special, but as soon as a good pressure, they could probably still beat out the guard cancel option. Do you at least see where I'm coming from right now, or do you want me to well, Shizuko might not be best character. Definitely use her DP super since that actually has a bunch of invisibility.
Nonsense.
Now, you saw how I was able to do the dodge in between, and that's because with the light attack, that wasn't really frame tight. When you do something frame tight, it's pretty much you pretty much don't get to do the guard cancel. Like I'm trying to do it right there, because that's so multi-hitting and frame tight, you can't actually dodge. But because how I'm leaving little gaps and not keeping it, very airtight, you can still dodge. But now, Infinity may not be the best character showcase. No. So let's see if I can do it properly this time. After this, I'll jump on Coco or Ren. Alright, I think that was much cleaner. Yeah, see, I'm trying to do it in between, and it's not working. Oh, no, never mind. Yeah, the light attack is probably not the best showcase for this. Regardless, so potentially you can still use the evasion against certain things. Otherwise, yeah, you can't freely guard cancel back dash and forward dash like my Hawker was saying in their stream. So I was saying, yeah, you can't really that the guard cancel is not free, and there are characters who are good at contesting that really well. But so now you say you want to see Coco or Ren, so who would you prefer? Or I guess I could just go to either or. You said this character reminds you of Violet. I'm trying to remember which Violet are we talking about. I'm trying to see what character I know who's like Violet, or who even has the name Violet. Is it? Oh wait, is it from? Oh, Velvet. Well, who's Velvet? Who's Velvet? Velvet. What game is she from? Or is it a series? Tales of Basaria. I haven't played that yet, so I guess I don't know any better. Yes, I don't know any better. But, alright, Coco. Very much in-your-face pressure character. One of the things that make her great, that's plus. So if you quit, you can kind of make this a very tight string. Your opponent can try to sidestep, but you're not punishable. You see, that's difficult, but if you can do that, yeah, you can make your. And that's a true overhead, and she can get a combo if it's a hit. So, sorry, she has a true dive attack that's low, so this makes her much easier for her to do Oki. Nah, that's not. Yeah, that is an overhead. guard, crouch. And you can combo off of it. Also, this is plus, if I'm correct. Yeah. Like, that's plus. Her fight C is plus. Not only that, and this right here, that's an overhead. You see that string? That's an overhead. Yeah, those are overhead. But here's the thing that makes her good. Like, this is one of the reasons why you would choose Quick Style over Omnia, because Omnia Style doesn't have this ability. You have Rebeat and Quick Style. This is Rebeat. So, as you can see, you can Rebeat down. That's Quick Style only. Now, here's the thing. Because that's an overhead, so now opponents gonna be like, alright, let me go, alright, let me, they're gonna be like, okay, well, since that's an overhead, let me go ahead and stand up. Now you cut them to low instead. So she has a 50-50 from her light string. Go for the low, or go for that. And then it doesn't stop with those options per se. Like for starters, let's say now they're getting used to this string. Alright, well for starters, just go from your down medium instead. Or actually, think it. You can just go that. Yeah, she is one of the stronger missile characters. And whatnot. And then, unlike many other characters who have a hard time getting combos from her low, I mean, there are characters who can get combos from her low. She... Well, darn, I messed that up. Well, darn. Keep doing the wrong one. I think that's also safe. Yeah, I think that is safe. Yeah, that does look very safe. I don't like that. Actually, no, 30, no, just have her keep attacking. Oh boy. Alright, yeah, she's safe. That's a purpose for that. Lets her close in, safe, and it does look like it has an active hitbox and whatnot. And but her options don't stop from here. For starters, okay, that's not. Yeah, I knew that was on a low. But Coco also, now while Coco doesn't have any full invisibility, she has a lot of moves that will low profile, and that will include her dash attack. So let's say someone's, well, I don't have someone with the projectile. Let's say someone's zoning her, like you will see some Coco player just do her dashing attack. Damn, I messed that up. So there's that. And then when she's in the air, if she want to close this in the air, that, as you can see, plus, as you can see. And she has a different trajectory one. She has one that goes very long reaching, and one that goes just really just floor. And now that we actually got proximity grab, that makes her easy to do. Oh dear. I got it. That's a special. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, Coco damage. Well, again, the star of her show is this. That's the star of her show. that just does a lot of damage. The ES is info, but not long enough for the first active frame or at all. Case in point. So
Choose your fighter.
let me. I want to know who's a good character I could do to showcase this. You know what? I think he's fine.
Omnia. Star. Coco. Star. Good choice.
Like, I believe Comico was also talking about them in the Discord and saying how, like, yeah, it's not a full info. It's info frame 1. It is info frame 1, but basically only at the super flash, and then before she starts attacking, she loses that info. So long as you do something meaty low, then she get her. Cause I think she's full build for frame 1, but then she only retains mid invincibility. Cause I think she's actually low profiling attacks. That's not good.
Too bad.
As you can see, yeah, well, that's one way of showing it. So as you can see, so she does have visibility from there, but she's only in full from mid high up after the super goes through. But lows, no, nah. And I already showed you how low pressure is really good. So, like against Sophia, she's gonna struggle to get Sophia because Sophia has good low pressure. That's why Sophia is like even high tier in extra. And now that she's even better in Omnia, she may be in the discussion of top 5, possibly even top 3 in my opinion. But there is something else I want to see. I say see? No. Oh yeah, that is. Well, no, let me say that is. Let's see. What else I want to talk about with Cocoa? I mean, again, she does have good damage output. She has very good damage output. I'm trying to see what. But not only just damage output, I also want to just talk about how good of a move this is. No. No, they want to do that. You see how that beat that, right? So people who want to, like, you know, hold so they could do that, her 4S will catch that because it's a hit grab move. Well, because that was reflection. You see? So people want to try to use that as a guard cancel. She gets him, and that is a good combo starter if she's willing to spend. Actually, he's very high. She might be able to combo for that. You see how that's beating that? This is one of those series of anti-clash moves. Now, technically, they can attempt to try to escape by canceling their counterburst after a clash. Let me see. Yeah, see? But now they have to commit to an option, and Coco can still cancel because it was a clash. So let's say they want to avoid being caught. Well, is that a good one? Is that a good one? No. That's not a good one. You see? And Unless you're a hard style, you don't have the ability to guard against that. So that's how she could, you know, start counterplaying people. Actually, no, that you don't even have to use super because I think she does have a pretty decent air unblockable meterless move too. Cause if I'm correct. Yeah, I think that is supposed to be air unblockable, so. Yeah, I don't think I was quick enough for that one. You know what? Better yet, she could probably just try to grab. Let's just say, because I'm not a Cocoa player, I'm not able to showcase most of her best stuff. But as you can see, her 4S, that is a good anti-clash move that will beat people who want to try to use critical burst. The unblockable, and it is a good damage dealer. Which, in fact, let's go ahead and put me back as a Cocoa. Hold on. Alright, so a bit of an update. It looks like I do need to go ahead and go pick up my siblings, so I'm going to go ahead and cut the stream at this point. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Hope y'all have a great day, and I'll try to stream again soon. I'm hoping maybe tomorrow morning, but we'll see. We'll see what turns out. Till then, y'all take it easy now.